Hey, what's up you guys? Welcome to the video. This is my edible horror story. So for those of you who might not know what an edible is, it is when you extract the oil from weed and you bake it into a good and you eat it as opposed to smoking it. And when you eat it, the THC gets broken down in the stomach and the liver, which makes the THC so much more potent than when you just smoke it into the lungs. So, the first time, this horror story wasn't the first time I had an edible, it was actually the second time I had an edible. Because the first time I ate one of these, um, it had an eighth of weed, and I ate it, and I felt fine. It kind of just knocked me out, but like nothing really bad from it. I just slept it off, and it was fine. But the second time I had an edible, it was um, it was a fourth, and I kind of underestimated the difference between an eighth and a fourth, and I ate the whole thing, and things started to go downhill. So I eat this thing. So now my body metabolizes things very quickly. So about 35 minutes after I eat it, I start feeling it. First wave swoops in, and it was a very weird feeling. Like, I can't describe this feeling. It's like my body was like just like a shell, and like my perspective was like coming from above me, and I was like looking down at everything, and that was like that was a cool feeling. Like, I'm not gonna lie, like at that point I was just like knew like I'm high, I'm gonna ride this out, and it's gonna be fun. And then I remember I was sitting in a chair just like I am now, and then I remember just laying on the carpet, just staring at the ceiling for, honestly, I don't know how long. And then I told my buddies I was with that I had to go home. So I went home, I laid down, I went to sleep for a little bit, and then I woke up and I started like hearing things. And like I swore like one of my roommates was like watching TV or something. So I went out, to say, um, like, can you turn the TV down? I need to sleep. Only to realize that I was the only one home and I was hearing things. And this, like, really freaked me out because I didn't know where these noises were coming from. And, like, all I wanted to do was close my eyes and go to sleep, but I couldn't because I was hearing these very loud noises. So at this point, I'm just trying to calm myself down. I knew what was going on. I knew it was going to blow over and I was going to be okay. So I just took a step outside, got some fresh air. This was, I'd like to say, in like December, so it was nice and cold. When you go into a cold environment, it kind of brings you down. And like, here's the really, really weird shit. I looked down at my phone and I could have sworn it said 10:30. Okay, fine, whatever. Then I'm just chilling outside, trying to relax, enjoy the brownie, and then I look down at my phone again to see how long I was out there for, and it feels like I was sitting out there for about an hour. And now, when you reach this level of high, when you eat an edible that is too strong for you, that you can't handle, I swear to you, every minute that goes by feels like an hour. It just gets so slow. So I look back at my clock again, and at this point, it says 10. So at this point, my roommate comes home, and I remember very distinctly asking him, like, what time it was, because I had no idea. Because every time I looked at the clock, it was just going from a time loop. It looked like it was going from 10:30 back to 10, back to 10:30, back to 10. Like, it was just such a bizarre experience. And so after that, after I asked my roommate that question, he pretty much knew I was fucked up. He knew I was high. And we went down to the corner store, and I got Coca Cola. And I'm just sipping on the Coca Cola, trying to get my blood sugar up. Because when you're really high and you want to just come back down a little bit, three things to do: eat fatty foods, preferably eat fatty foods. I prefer things with cheese, so like pizza, grilled cheese, something like that. Get fresh air and raise your blood pressure a little bit. So have something like sugary, like a soda or an iced tea. So then I drink the soda. We watch TV for a little bit, and I'm like, I gotta go to bed. I finally pass out. That was it. Now, I can't really tell you how long this all went on for because my perception of time was just gone. So, yeah, that is the story. Um, oh no, and then fast forward the next day, it's like my alarm goes off for like, I think it was like 6 in the morning because I had to be at work at I had to be at work. My alarm went off at 6 because I had to be at work at 7, and so I got up and I had to walk to work because at the time I didn't have my car, but the walk was good because the fresh air. It was, I don't know, the fresh air just felt good, and then I got to my job and I work in a kitchen. I work in a fast food kitchen. A lot of oil. It was very hot, and so the wave while I was in the kitchen at work in like the really hot temperatures kicked back up, and I started to feel it again, and I was still vibing. Like the next morning, I was still like vibing out, like at work, just hoping nobody was gonna catch me high at work. At this point, I wasn't that high. Like I was at the level of high where I could really enjoy it, but like I'm surprised like nobody like called me out on it, or like I guess I wasn't acting that weird. But I do remember also being high for like half my shift the next morning, and that was fun. And that wasn't too bad. But I don't know. That was just a fun story. Hope you enjoyed listening to it. If you like, if you like the video, give it a thumbs up. If you dislike the video, give it a thumbs down. If you like what we do here, go ahead and purchase a mug. Link will be in the description box below. All proceeds help the channel grow, and all proceeds will be spent on challenges and other videos for this channel. So if you like what I do here, go ahead and purchase some DJ Dog merchandise, and I'll see you on the next one.